McPherson and Wellington tonight on the Ad Astra Sports Network and streaming live. Got it? All right.
Welcome to Hit Stadium for tonight's matchup featuring the visiting McPherson Pipeliners in your Wellington team. Please rise for a play of the national anthem.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Pipeliner Baseball here on the Ad Astra Sports Network and streaming live through the Pipeliner YouTube channel tonight as the Pipeliners out on the road tonight to take on the Wellington Heat. Scott Hogan with you tonight on the Ad Astra Sports Network as the Pipeliners will ride a 2-game winning streak into the contest tonight against the Wellington Heat. McPherson 4-2, Wellington 5-2, but Wellington, a couple of games rained out this week. They got rained out last night and Wednesday, so the Heat are anxious to get back on the field. The last time that Wellington played, let me turn the page here, was on June 4th, a 14-1 victory at Valley Center. So they're anxious to get things back underway here on their home field. The Pipeliners, boy, if you missed it yesterday in that comeback, they were down 7-1 going into the bottom of the sixth. Ended up scoring a couple of runs there in the sixth. They got 4 to tie it up in the eighth. And then in the ninth inning, it was a Ray Lozano single up the middle. Joshua Clyden was pinch running for Jake Selko, and the throw at the plate and a perfect slide. Clyden got around the catcher's tag and in safe for the 8-7 come from behind victory. So the Pipeliners look to ride that momentum in tonight against the Wellington Heat. Your pitching matchup tonight, Trevor Lundquist will get his second start of the season for the Pipeliners, and Dylan Grove will get his second start for the Heat tonight. So as the Heat take the field, Grove in his first start went 4 1/3. He gave up 5 runs on 3 hits. Just 2 of those runs were earned. He walked 2, had an impressive 9 strikeouts. He did hit 3 batters. So the righty takes the mound for the Wellington Heat. And the batting lineup tonight for the McPherson Pipeliners, Daniel Arroyo will lead off and play shortstop. He had that big 2-run single in the 8th inning of that comeback victory yesterday. Aaron Eshelman will bat second and play left. He had the 2-run homer in the 6th that kind of got the rally started. And Tyler Brown gets to start at third today. He'll bat third. He had the 2-run double, which tied the game in the 8th inning. Jake Selko will bat cleanup and play first. Behind the plate tonight is Grant Plunkett. He'll be batting 5th. Batting 6th is the right fielder Ray Lozano. He had the walk-off game winner yesterday. DHing and batting 7th tonight will be Gerardo Zavaleta. Batting 8th and getting the start at second is Trey Yukamoto. And the pinch runner scoring the game-winning run last night, Joshua Clyden, he will get the start in center field for the Pipeliners. McPherson going to wear their black jerseys tonight. And numbers in blue, gray pants, and the maroon jerseys with yellow lettering and trim for the Wellington Heat. And we're live here at Hibbs Hooten Stadium, a beautiful old facility. And some uniqueness in this one. It's 316 down the left field line, only 294 down the right field line. But you go to straightaway center, it's 403. You're 325 to right center, 355 to left center. So there's a lot of room, and there's some short parts in this ballpark as we're ready for first pitch. Here's Scott Hogan with you on the Ad Astra Sports Network. Daniel Arroyo in there swinging. Little pop-up on the left side of the infield. And caught by the third baseman, Williams. 1 pitch, 1 out. We'll have to look at Arroyo's numbers on the season the next time around, as now it'll be the left fielder, Aaron Eshelman. Eshelman hitting .286 on the season. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Eshelman had that home run yesterday. And he has batted in 5 on the season. He fouls back the 0-1. No balls, 2 strikes. Eshelman also with a double on the season to go with that home run. We'll get a fresh baseball into Dylan Grove. Following Eshelman will be Tyler Brown, then Jake Selko. A muggy, warm, pretty calm afternoon and evening. Got into the mid to upper 80s today. Eshelman takes high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Crowd continuing the file in here. Going to be a nice crowd for the game this evening. And the 1-2 to Eshelman. Well outside with the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grimm in left, Thornton in center, Carpenter is in right. Is your Wellington Heat outfield. 2-2 pitch. Slider is well outside, and it's 3-2 on Aaron Eshelman. Williams at third, Higman at short, Barks at second, Rankin is at first, and Letterman behind the plate. Here's the payoff to Eshelman, and he pops it up, shallow left field. Who's going to take it? It looks like it's going to be the shortstop Higman for out number 2. So a couple pop outs to short, and there's 2 down for Tyler Brown. Yeah, the game tying double, 2-run double in the 8th yesterday. Brown on the season batting .455. He's knocked in 7. He's got 3 doubles and a homer. And first pitch swinging, kind of got jammed, fouls it out of play for strike 1.
To the press box for a 50-cent piece.
Brown utilizes that open batting stance. Grove misses low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, when there is, the flagpole's out in left center field. It's been kind of blowing in. Right now, the flag not doing much. It's a muggy evening. Yeah, hits Brown in the back, and the Pipeliners have got a base runner. So Brown at first with 2 down, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Jake Selko. Selko hitting .333. He's driven in 8. He's got a double and a home run. First pitch to Selko. Misses low, ball 1. And you know Selko had to be looking at that 294 mark down right field and thinking, if I can get around on a fastball, I got a chance to get one out of here. The 1-0 is chopped foul towards the Wellington Heat on deck circle. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, Wellington year in, year out is one of the best teams here in the KCLB. They've been to the NBC numerous years. They've put together a very, very good team every summer. And a 1-1 to Selko. And there it looked like the changeup settled in on the outside corner. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brown at first was hit by a pitch with 2 down. One, 2, check swing, and taking high was Selko. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, all the seats completely covered. Big overhang here at the stadium. I like these old style stadiums. And the 2-2 to Jake Selko, well outside. It's 3-2. That will enable Brown to take off with the pitch. If Selko can reach base, it would then be the catcher, Grant Plunkett. They'll play behind Brown, so he's got a monster lead at first. Pay off to Selko, line drive into left center field, base hit. Brown's going to make a big turn and head for third. And Plunkett's going to have an RBI opportunity. Runners at the corners with 2 down. Nice piece of hitting by Selko. Just went with that pitch over the outer part of the plate and drove it into left center field. I'll bring up the catcher, Grant Plunkett. Feel like he's ready for a breakout game. He's hitting .188 on the season. Has a double, and he has, get on the right line here. See how many he's driven in. He's hitting the back. That's going to load the bases. That's the second batter hit here in the inning by Dylan Grove after he retired the first 2 batters.
Now batting second base.
And we'll bring up Ray Lozano. He had the game winner last night. Lozano is hitting .375 on the season. Ray's driven in 4. He's got a pair of doubles. And the Pipeliners right here would settle for a nice little single. Lozano takes, good pitch. Must have been called low, ball 1. I tell you, Thornton in center field is playing very shallow. He's just daring somebody to try to take one over top of him. Ooh, and Lozano was nearly hit. He takes inside. It's 2 balls, no strikes. And if you're Ray, you may want to be in take mode until Grove throws you a strike. Base is full of Pipeliners, 2 down in the top of the first. Here's the 2-0, and he swings. Slow roller towards third. And it'll be a pretty easy play for Williams. That will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and a big 3 runners left. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. McPherson and Wellington. As you are listening to Pipeliners Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Bottom of the first inning and no score here with the Pipeliners and the Heat. Trevor Lunkwitz again getting the start for the Pipeliners, his second start of the season. He went 4 innings. His first start gave up just 1 run on 3 hits. He walked 3, struck out 4, and hit 2 batters. As the Pipeliners will face this batting lineup for the Wellington Heat, leading off will be the second baseman Noah Barks. Batting second, the left fielder Otto Grimm. Garrett Thornton will play center and bat third. Batting cleanup is the first baseman Joe Rankin. The DH batting fifth is Jason Bray. Batting sixth, the right fielder Cody Carpenter. Tristan Williams will bat seventh and play third. Behind the plate and batting eighth for the Heat is Casey Letterman. And rounding out the batting lineup for the Wellington Heat is the shortstop Jaden Hageman. In the Pipeliners back out on the road tomorrow, same time, same station. It'll be 7 o'clock tomorrow as they'll take on the Kansas Cannons in Augusta before returning home Sunday and Monday. I want to double check. Those are listed as 7:30 starts, and I'm being told that is correct for the Liberal BJs on a Sunday and Monday at Edward Jones Stadium. Noah Barks. He will lead off. He's hitting .130 on the season. He's got a double, and he's driven in 2 runs. So Lunkwitz ready. Again, just utilizes the stretch. Fastball line right by Arroyo into left field. Leadoff man aboard for the Wellington Heat. Remember back to last night, I think either 6 or 7 of the 9 innings yesterday that the Clearwater Outlaws got the leadoff man aboard in innings. And that'll bring up Otto Grimm, who's hitting .440. He's driven in a couple, he's got a double. 10 of his 11 hits singles, and Lunkwitz misses outside for ball 1. Now Lundquist comes set. The 1-0 pitch stays high. 2 balls, no strikes. And Aaron Eshelman's out in left. Josh Clyden in center. Ray Lozano's in right. Grant Plunkett gets the start behind the plate for the Pipeliners. The 2-0 to Otto Grimm. Good fastball, strike 1. So that makes the count 2-1. Tyler Brown's at third. Daniel Arroyo at short. Trey Yukamoto at second. Jake Selko's at first. Toss over to first. Keeping an eye on Barks. Barks without a stolen base this season. And it's just a decent lead at first. The 2-1 pitch. Up and in, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Actually, it looked like a pretty good pitch. Probably was just a little bit up and out of the strike zone. Lundquist now behind the batter, Otto Grimm, 3-1. Leadoff single. Barks is at first. Fastball. This is belted deep right center field. And this is out of here. 2-0 Heat. As Grimm really got a hold of that one for his first homer of the season. That went right over the 325 mark. That'll bring up Garrett Thornton, the center fielder. A .409 hitter thus far through 7 games for Wellington. Thornton has driven in 5. He's got a pair of doubles. First pitch from Trevor Lundquist. Popped up right side. Selko giving chase. It's going to get out of play for strike 1. And the Pipeliners threatened. They left the bases loaded in the top half of the inning. Just moments ago, Otto Grimm, the 2-run homer, to make it 2-0 Wellington here in the bottom of the first. Oh, 1 breaking pitch. Settles right in on the inside corner. It's 0-2. Lundquist again, that big stretch, puts the arms clear above his head before he comes set. Jammed him, it's fouled back. It remains 0-2 on Thornton. He'll be followed by Joe Rankin, then Jason Bray. Well, Lundquist just trying to get that first out of the inning, trying to get on and in some rhythm. Here's a high fly, left center field. Clyden on the move. He is at the warning track. It's going to fall just in front of him. And into second with a double is Garrett Thornton. Clyden, I think he left a divot out there. Again, Wellington getting rained out last night. The Heat, a big inning so far. They got the single from Barks, the 2-run homer from Grimm, now the double from Thornton. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Joe Rankin. Joe Rankin. This is just Rankin's second game played this summer. He is 1 for 3. Lundquist fires, fastball low, ball 1. Rankin made the most of his plate appearances. He has driven in 2. And And runner goes from second. Plunkett, good throw to third. Just too good of a jump, a stolen base. And Thornton at third. And I believe it was, yes, strike one. It's 1-1 to Joe Rankin. As Thornton swipes his 5th base of the season and brings the sac fly into the equation. It's popped up right side of the infield. Selko says he'll take it. He's got it for out number 1.
Now batting for the Heat, designated hitter number 14, Sparky Bray.
That'll bring up Jason Bray, the DH. He's hitting .278. 2 runs batted in. He's doubled a couple of times. Runner at third, 1 away, bottom of the first inning, 2-0 Wellington. First pitch well inside, ball 1. Curveball nearly getting away from Lundqvist. Lundqvist with the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Following Bray will be Cody Carpenter. Now the flag kicks out a little bit. It's a pretty good size flag out in left center field, kind of showing a easterly direction in the breeze. Line shot down the right field line. This one's going to fall in and to the wall on his way to second. With the RBI double, there's Jason Bray to make it 3-0 Heat.
Now batting right fielder number 31, Cody Carpenter.
3rd extra base hit in the inning for Wellington. That'll bring up the right fielder, Cody Carpenter. Carpenter hitting .077 on the season. He is 1 for 13. Lundqvist to the plate. Good off-speed pitch inside corner, strike 1. And memory serves me right, Lundqvist was the opening night starter for the Pipeliners. Fastball, swing and a miss for strike 2. It's 0-2 on Carpenter. A 2-win win streak, 2-game losing streak, 2-game win streak so far for the Pipeliners. So they want to try to avoid repeating the trend. So right now it's 3-0 in the first. Lundqvist will fake out towards second base, keeping an eye on Bray. Bray without a stolen base or an attempt on the season. The 2-strike to Carpenter. Good breaking pitch, swing and a miss for the strikeout. It'll be the second out of the inning. First strikeout for Trevor Lundqvist. That'll bring up Tristan Williams, the 3rd baseman. Williams hitting .105. He's 2 for 19 on the season. Let's have a run batted in. Breaking pitch misses inside for ball 1. Williams, the 7th batter here in the first for Wellington. And Lundqvist again. Check of the runner. Fastball jammed him. Slow roller out to Arroyo. Fires wildly to first, but Selko, nice stab in the tag to get out number 3. 3 runs score on 4 hits And there was one left for Wellington, so we head to the second. It's Wellington 3 and McPherson nothing. You are listening to Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106.
Top of the second inning, it's a 3-0 Wellington lead on McPherson. Coming up for the Pipeliners will be Gerardo Zavaleta, Trey Yukamoto, and Josh Clyden. Zavaleta on the season hitting an even 100. He's 1 for 10. His one hit is a double. Try to get things going as the Pipeliners made a 2-out rally in the first, but left the bases loaded as Zavaleta takes low ball 1. Grove in the first inning did hit a couple of batters. Fires low, 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 grounded just foul at third. And I think that may require some new lumber from the dugout. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, one of the unique aspects of the Summer League is all wooden bats. So if you're used to watching high school, college baseball, you're not going to hear any of the tinks of the aluminum bat. Another unique aspect of the field, the baselines are all grass. There's no dirt down the first and third baselines. There's a single into left. Zavaleta waited on the breaking pitch, and he's got the second hit of the game for McPherson. Leadoff single in the top of the second. Bringing to the plate the second baseman, Trey Yukamoto.
Now batting number 4,
Trey hitting .333. He's got a double. He's knocked in 4. Komodo, first pitch swinging, fouls it to the backstop, strike 1. Zavaleta did, after Grove came set, jumped out to a much better lead. He doesn't have a stolen base attempt. Yukamoto, slow roller, foul down the first baseline. No balls, 2 strikes. Pipeliner's been pretty aggressive early in the count so far against Grove. And following Yukamoto will be Josh Clyden. 2-strike pitch. Right up the middle, stabbed by the pitcher, Grove, and he throws wildly. Safe at second, safe at first. That'll be E1 on the play. Actually, you'll have, I believe it would go as a fielder's choice and an error on the pitcher, if I'm correct in my deduction as a throw with the shortstop covering went to the second base side, and it pulled Hageman away from the bag. The Pipeliners have something cooking. First and second, nobody down for Josh Clyden. You wonder about bunt in this situation. Clyden was going to swing away and takes the breaking pitch low, ball one. Clyden has had 10 at-bats and still looking for that first hit. Now the 1-0, he was going to bunt that time. It's low, 2 balls, no strikes. And again, Thornton in center has really shallowed up. In a ton of room out there in center field. 403 to dead center. Pipeliners first and second, nobody down. Top of the second inning. Clyden takes, well, I thought it was going to be inside. It gets the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. That time, Clyden not showing bunt. Coach Dawson, some switching things up between pitches. And the 2-1 was going to bunt. He takes inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Top of the lineup, Daniel Arroyo waiting in the on-deck circle. Pipeliners trying to cut into a 3-0 deficit. Top of the second inning. The 3-1, ground ball to second, could be 2. They scoop it to short for 1 and over to second. 4-6-3 double play. Now there's 2 down with Zavaleta at third. Bring up Daniel Arroyo. Arroyo, first pitch swinging, the lead off the game, popped out to short. Grove's first pitch, low and away, ball 1. Double play, the pitcher's best friend, and Grove able to induce it there. 1-0 to Arroyo. High fly left field. Grimm is back, really hanging up in the heavy air, and that'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. So we head to the bottom of the second, and the score remains Wellington 3, McPherson nothing. You're listening to Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra Radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106. Ad Astra Radio, your source for award-winning news, weather, and sports coverage. No one covers Central Kansas better. Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Listen to select Pipeliners games online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Bottom of the second inning, the Pipeliners have changed catchers. They're going to bring Matt Morgan in. He was the starting catcher last night. So he's in there for Grant Plunkett. I wonder if Grant maybe not feeling well this evening. So Matt Morgan will be in the 5th spot in the batting lineup. Coming up for the Wellington Heat will be Casey Letterman, Jaden Hageman, and Noah Barks.
Casey Letterman.
So we'll take a look at some of the season numbers again for Letterman, the catcher for Wellington. Hitting an even 200 on the season. He's got a run batted in. He is 1 for 5. In the Heat come in and have played 7 games. They're 5-2. The Pipeliners are 4-2. Quits. Breaking pitch stays outside. Ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, nice crowd on hand this evening here at Hibbs Hooten Stadium in Wellington. The 2-0 pitch. There's a chopper out towards Arroyo. In between hop, nicely done. Sidearm, but the throw is low. Selko unable to dig it. And that will be the first error on the Pipeliners. You know, they had that game at Park City in that 12-3 victory, no errors. They committed 5 yesterday. That is their first today. That'll bring up Jaden Hageman. The Heat shortstop hitting 154. He is 2 out of 13. He has driven in 1. He takes fastball high, ball 1. Letterman, without a stolen base attempt, has a short lead at first. And the 1-0 pitch catches the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this also home to the Wellington High School Crusaders. This is a common place for the Buhler Crusaders to come and play. Count on the batter, Jaden Hageman, 1 ball, 1 strike. Second straight inning, leadoff man aboard for Wellington. Now the 1-1 pitch in the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike. And top of the lineup is next. That'll be Noah Barks. Wellington getting the 3 runs on 4 hits in the first inning. There was a pair of doubles and a 2-run homer in that inning. And a 2-1, low and away, 3 balls, 1 strike. Of course, Lunkwitz going to Central Christian College in McPherson. And a much bigger lead at first. Runner going. Ground ball to third. That's going to keep Wellington out of the double play. Brown throws to first. Silko, nice catch on a low throw for out number 1. That moves a Heat runner in the scoring position for the top of the lineup. And Noah Barks, who singled on the first pitch he saw in the first inning. He later scored. So again, a runner was on the move, and that eliminated any possibility of a chance at 2. Lunkwitz ready to pitch to Noah Barks. First pitch on the way. Hits him in the back. Barks has been on base 2 consecutive at-bats. First and second, one away for Otto Grimm. He had a 2-run homer to right center field in the first inning. So for Lunkwitz, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter thus far. Coming up to 3 runs on 4 hits and a little bit of a jam here in the second. This is way outside to Grimm, ball 1. Of course, the Pipeliners started off the season 2 non-league games. It's Salina and Andale, both wins to start off the season. Here comes a 1-0 to Grimm. Fastball low, 2 balls, no strikes. Grimm's homer came on a 3-1 pitch. Now he's in another good hitters count, 2-0. Two-0 fastball right at the knee, strike 1. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. So in league play, the Pipeliners are 2-2. Now Lunkwitz, a check of the runners. A couple of checks out at second. The 2-1 pitch. It's a really good fastball, a little bit low. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. First and second, 1 away. Top of the second, or excuse me, bottom of the second inning. A 3-0 Wellington advantage. As time called at the plate. Lunkwitz wanting to be careful here, but you don't want to load him up. Lunkwitz settles back in. The 3-1 pitch. Low, ball 4. The bases will be loaded.
Now batting center fielder Garrett Thornton.
Bringing to the plate the center fielder Garrett Thornton. He doubled and scored a run in the first. So the infield with 1 down is going to stay back and hope for a chance to maybe get a double play ball. First pitch to Thornton, ground ball right to Arroyo. He flips to second for 1, Yukamoto to first, and that'll be the 6-4-3 double play. Exactly what the Pipeliners need to get out of the inning with no damage done. In the inning, there was no runs, no hits, 1 error, and there would be 1 left. So we head on to the third. It remains Wellington 3 and McPherson nothing. You're listening to McPherson Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Top of the third inning, 3-0 Wellington. Coming up for the McPherson Pipeliners, your 2, 3, and 4 spots in the lineup. Aaron Eshelman, Tyler Brown, Jake Selko. Again, we'll be back out on the road with you tomorrow. 7 o'clock start. The Kansas Cannons will be in Augusta. Again, be a 7 o'clock start here on the Ad Astra Sports Network. And for the rest of the season, we're going to try also to video stream where possible. It might be a challenge in Valley Center in Park City. We'll see how that works out. Eshelman steps in. First pitch, chops it foul for strike one. Eshelman, first time up, ended up popping out to short. And the 1-strike pitch from Dylan Grove. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. You want to stay aggressive at the plate. I think you also want to be a little patient with Grove. He has hit a couple of batters. Misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Hit both those batters in the first inning when the Pipeliners ended up leaving him loaded. Eshelman pulls one into right field for a base hit. It'll be the 3rd Pipeliner hit. And 2nd straight inning that McPherson has the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting third baseman Tyler Brown.
Bring up Tyler Brown. He was hit in the backside his first time up. Again, just a light breeze. It's east, maybe northeast, which kind of comes in from left center field. Brown rips one foul. Well out in front of that pitch from Dylan Grove. And getting quite a few shadows on the infield and out in shallow left field. Oh, and a changeup, a swing and a miss by Brown. 2 strikes will be the count. That was a pretty pitch from Grove. Bottom dropped out of that. Now a quick throw over to check on Eshelman. Brown going to have to shorten up the swing with a 2-strike count. Comes a pitch from Grove. Chopper towards short. They cut it off at the third baseman. And did they signal safe? Okay, they did signal safe. I don't know if the throw pulled the runner off or the slide was in safe. There's no argument from the Wellington dugout. So everybody safe on the fielder's choice. And the 3rd straight inning, the Pipeliners have threatened, and they'll bring up Jake Selko. And Selko singled to left center field his first time up. Now you look at Williams, he's back of the bag at third. A little bunt down the third baseline right now would probably be very successful. Selko going to pull one to the right side. This could be 2, fielded by the first baseman, and then the pitcher covering drops it. So they will get the force at second. Eshelman ends up at third on the play. There is going to be 1 down for Matt Morgan, who again, he came in to catch the 2nd inning for Grant Plunkett, who got the start at the catching spot. He bats in a big situation here. You feel like Pipeliners need to get on the board. There's a wild pitch, blocked and knocked down, but it'll send Selko to second, which will take the possibility of the double play out of the equation. And a 1-0 count on Matt Morgan. On the season, 0 for 4, so he's looking for his first hit. If he could deliver here, you might be able to get back within 1. It's 3-0 Wellington. 2nd and 3rd for the Pipeliners in the top of the 3rd. 1-0 from Grove, low and away again. 2 balls, no strikes. Ray Lozano in the on-deck circle for McPherson. (2-0), and he missed almost identical locations, did Grove with the first 3 pitches to Morgan. Now it's 3-0. And we'll see if Morgan taking all the way or green light. Up and in, a 4-pitch walk is going to load the bases. The second time in the game, Person has a loaded bases situation. They had it with 2 down in the first inning. Yeah, and now they have it with 1 down in the third inning. And both times with the bases loaded, the batter is now Ray Lozano. He grounded out to third in the first. Grove's first pitch up and in to Lozano. Ball 1. Grove has missed with 4 straight. Excuse me, that would be 5 straight. The 1-0. Low ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And I think if I'm Lozano, if it isn't a perfect pitch, I'm going to be very patient here as Grove seems to be battling it a little bit here in the third. The 2-0 pitch does catch the outside corner with the fastball. It's 2-1. Zavaleta in the on-deck circle. The 2-1 to Lozano in the dirt, and a good block again by Letterman. And now again, Lozano can be selective. It's 3-1, bases loaded, 1 away, top of the third. Pipeliners trying to get on the board, cut into the 3-0 deficit. Grove fires outside, ball 4. It's 3-1. As a run will be walked in, and we'll give Lozano the RBI. Now a base hit could tie things up. Gerardo Zavaleta got a leadoff single in the second inning. Now there's going to be a big conference on the mound. Again, we're going to look at the upcoming schedule. We mentioned the Kansas Cannons in Augusta tomorrow night at 7. Right here on the Ad Astra Sports Network. And then the Liberal BJs in for a pair of games Sunday and Monday. 7:30 starts for both of those games. Day off on Tuesday. Then we'll travel to Dodge for 4 straight with the Dodge City A's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Then go to Valley Center on that Sunday before finally getting back home. So Grove will stay on. It's 3-1. Bases are loaded, 1 down, top of the third for the Pipeliners. Grove's first pitch gets the high strike call, and it's 0-1. Rovacek, Selko at third. 1 strike pitch, swing and a miss. Busted him up and in. Now it's 0-2. And if for Zavaleta, just try to get something in the air to the outfield. Make it a 1-run game. Grove's 2-strike pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. Now there are 2 down, so it's up to Yukamoto to try to get the runners home. He reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. And then he ended up getting retired on a 4-6-3 double play. Now, Trey, an excellent bunter. I would not rule that out right here. He takes strike one on the outside corner. Chekaselko at third. Swing and a miss by Yukamoto. It's 0-2. Again, Yukamoto going to have to kind of shorten his swing up. The 2-strike pitch. Ground ball towards first, and it gets into right field. One run is in, and now the right fielder bobbles it. The second run scores. It's tie game, and wow, what are we gonna do there? Is that gonna be an error or a hit for Yukamoto? The scoreboard puts up, we're gonna go E4 or E3 there. Actually, gonna be 2 errors on that play. There's gonna be an error on the right fielder as well. So Josh Clyden will bat and a chance to put the Pipeliners on top. Clyden steps in and takes strike one. He grounded into the 4-6-3 double play. Back in the second inning. Bouncing ball in the dirt, and Yukamoto got a great jump. He'll take second without a throw and just pick the perfect pitch to go on in the breaking pitch in the dirt. Boy, now if Clyden could deliver a single, the Pipeliners might be able to grab the lead. A 1-1 pitch. Check swing. He takes low. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's going to be the top of the lineup next if Clyden reaches. Daniel Arroyo as Josh Clyden, the 8th batter of the inning. Grounder towards third. High hop and a throw to first will retire the side. The Pipeliner is able to tie the game up, 3-run score. There was 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 left. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And it's now all tied, McPherson and Wellington. As this is Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, we're all tied up at 3. It's coming up for the Wellington Heat. It's going to be Joe Rankin, Jason Bray, and Cody Carpenter. We'll see now if Trevor Lunkwitz can kind of settle in. Game's gotten tied up. He induced that big double play ball to get out of the 2nd inning. Rankin is 0 for 1. He popped out to Selko at first. Breaking pitch. Wow. Looked like it was right on the outer part of the plate. I think Morgan is actually asking the home plate umpire right now where that missed for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch lined into left center field. That's going to find the gap. All the way to the wall and on his way to second. Leadoff double for Joe Rankin. 3 straight innings, the leadoff man aboard. That's already 4 extra base hits out of the 5 hits for Wellington. And who has one of those is now the batter, Jason Bray, the DH. He had an RBI double in the first. And still waiting on Bray. Yeah, he digs into the batter's box. Up and in with the first pitch for ball 1. Lunkwitz tonight has pitched behind the majority of the batters that he has faced. So he's had to bring pitches over the plate that he doesn't want to. 1-0, good cut, fouled back by Bray. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the leadoff double, Rankin out at second. That evens out the hits at 5. The 1-1 pitch to Bray. Beautiful changeup, strike 2. Nope, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Floated and settled in right on the inside corner. Lunkwitz, he's looking for his second strikeout. And time will be called. He and Morgan couldn't get together on the signs. Again, we'll have to check in on Grant Plunkett after the game. He started at catcher, and then Morgan came in relief of him in the second inning. The 1-2 to Bray. Grounded foul. Again, Wellington got all 3 of their runs in the first. And McPherson, their 3 runs came in the top half of this inning, the 3rd inning. As the bullpen becomes active for McPherson, they got a lefty up and throwing. Again, the 1-2 to Bray, fouled back. At the good old middle overhang, that connected solid with. Try to catch a number and see who's throwing. Just can't quite make it out down there in the McPherson bullpen. This will be the 3rd 1-2 pitch to Bray. He rips it down the left field line. That'll get into the corner. It's going to be another double for the Heat. And they're back on top 4-3. Bray has 2 RBI doubles in this one.
And back for the Heat right fielder, Cody Carpenter.
I'll bring up Cody Carpenter. He is the 1 strikeout for Trevor Lunkwitz. So a short-lived tie game. Wellington starts off the inning with back-to-back doubles. Lunkwitz to the plate. Runner goes. Morgan's throw to third. Not in time. That's the 2nd time in the game Now Wellington has had a base runner steal third. And the pitch was strike one to Cody Carpenter. A one-pitch grounder to Selko, and it gets by him into right. 5-3 Wellington. And they're going to give a hit there to Carpenter. Give him an RBI single. And still nobody down here in the bottom of the third. Or Tristan Williams. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. Runner goes from first. Now keep him out of the double play, and Yokomoto was covering second, and it would have been right to him without the runner moving, so it goes down as a single. All the way to third goes Carpenter. The Heat have been very active on the base paths. And Wellington looking for a monster inning. Still nobody down. 2 runs are in, first and third. For Casey Letterman, he reached on an error and was stranded at third base in the second inning. And Lundquist. It's a wild pitch. That'll make it 6-3. Carpenter scores from third, and Williams down to second. Goes back to a 3-run lead. A 1-0 count on Casey Letterman. So activity intensifies in the bullpen for McPherson. Swing and a miss, good fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the active base paths, that one, of course, Yokomoto vacated to cover the bag. That was a hit. There's also been another occasion it kept Wellington out of a possible double play. Lundquist misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. So it has paid off big dividends tonight for Wellington thus far, as it looks like it's Julian Hunt that's up and throwing for McPherson. A 2-1 to Letterman. Breaking pitch pops him up into right field. Lozano calls off Yokomoto and makes the catch for out number 1. Bringing up Jaden Hageman, the shortstop. Hageman 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. And it looks like Hunt may be ready if they need him. Trying to bear down Lundquist, trying to fight his way out of the inning. Breaking pitch and a swing and a miss. Hageman didn't want to do it, but went around for strike 1. You could see him trying to fight it and not go around, and just it came on around. Now Lundquist with the 1 strike pitch. There's that changeup again, settles in inside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 1 down, bottom of the third. 6-3 Wellington. 2-strike pitch. Fastball lined at Arroyo. He's got it. Throws to Yukamoto for the double play. So line into a 6-4 double play does Hageman. 3-run score in the inning for Wellington on 4 hits. No errors, nobody left. So after 3 complete here in Wellington, it's the Heat 6, the Pipeliners 3. This is Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra Radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106. Ad Astra Radio, your source for award-winning news, weather, and sports coverage. No one covers Central Kansas better. Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Listen to select Pipeliners games online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Top of the 4th inning, the Pipeliners again find themselves trailing by 3, 6-3 to Wellington. It's going to be the top of the lineup: Daniel Arroyo, Aaron Eshelman, Tyler Brown. Arroyo has popped to short and flown to left. Pitch from Grove, chopped foul by Arroyo right there in the batter's box for strike 1. We're told that Grant Plunkett, his first at bat was hit by a pitch, and that was why it must have aggravated something, and that's why he came out of the game. So it'll be Matt Morgan the rest of the way at catcher. Breaking pitch, catches the outside corner, no balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-strike pitch fouled right off the end of the bat. A little bit of sunshine still hitting on the middle of the outfield. Kind of in strips through the trees. Arroyo lays off the slider outside. It's 1-2. Again, Arroyo, Eshelman, and Brown in the inning. 1-2 is inside to Arroyo. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Arroyo again. This one, a chop foul off his own foot. May have to go adjust the air conditioner here. We turned her down to low, and it's rattling a little bit. We may have to go back to at least medium. I think sounds like it wants to blow over there or something. And the count on Arroyo, we give him a little time to walk it off. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball towards second. Barks tosses the first for out number 1.
Now batting left fielder, Aaron Eshelman.
They'll bring up Aaron Eshelman. Eshelman is 1 for 2. He popped to short in the first, singled and scored a run in the third. Grove misses well inside, ball one. Right down around the feet of Eshelman. Lights have kicked on here in Wellington. About 8-10. Eshelman fouls it back and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, he and Ray Lozano were our co-players of the game last night. Eshelman kind of got the rally started in the bottom of the 6th with his 2-run homer, and Lozano had a double and, of course, the game-winning single. Swing and a miss by Eshelman. The count falls to 1-2. And busted him inside. Eshelman going to hustle down the first. They'll have to throw down for the strikeout, and they do just get him. The second strikeout for Grove, and there's 2 up, 2 down for Tyler Brown. He's been on base twice. He got hit by a pitch in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Low ball 1 to Brown. 1-0 pitch. Also low, 2 balls, no strikes. Now Grove will grab a little dirt behind the mound. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss by Tyler Brown, 2-1. Okay, Brown reaches, the batter would then be Jake Selko. Low ball 3. 3-1 to Brown as Grove consistently missing low to Brown. The 3-1 pitch. Outside corner at the knees. Count goes to 3-2. Base is empty, 2 down, top of the 4th, 6-3 Wellington. Payoff pitch, got him the swing and miss on the curveball. Pipeliners go in order here in the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It remains 6-3 Wellington leading McPherson. As you're listening to a Pipeliner Baseball here on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra Radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106. Ad Astra Radio, your source for award-winning news, weather, and sports coverage. No one covers Central Kansas better. Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Listen to select Pipeliners games online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Wellington comes to bat in the bottom of the fourth, leading McPherson 6-3. And it's the top of the lineup. Noah Barks, Otto Grimm, Garrett Thornton. As Trevor Lunkwitz will pitch the fourth. This is low with the fastball. Barks been on base twice. He singled and scored in the first. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning. The 1-0 lined right at Tyler Brown at third for out number one. Well, you'd love to see Lunkwitz get through this inning, and boy, you'd love maybe even one more. If he could battle through it. As now the batter will be Otto Grimm. Grimm hit a 2-run homer in the first. He walked in the second. The good changeup, swing and a miss for strike one. And really tonight, the changeup may be Trevor Lunkwitz's best pitch. He's mixed it in nicely. He's really Grimm's a lefty, but to the righties, he's really come inside with that pitch. Misses outside to Grimm with the fastball. It's 1-1. I don't believe anybody tonight has got a hit on his changeup. A 1-1 pitch inside in the dirt. Did that get him in the foot? I don't think so. The count is 2-1. It's really when Trevor's had to come with a fastball when he's fallen behind in the count is when the heat have jumped all over his pitches. I believe Wellington either 5 or 6 of their 8 hits. I'll have to look back through are for extra bases. 2-1 to Grimm, swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It is 5 of their 8 hits, 4 doubles and a homer. And the 2-2 pitch, high and away, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Following Grimm will be Garrett Thornton. As the Heat lead at 6-3, bottom of the fourth. Now the payoff pitch. Really good pitch. Lunkwitz wanted that inside corner. Is very frustrated. Morgan wants to know where it was, and I guess they called it inside. Well, it looked like it was right on that inside corner. A tough one-out walk issued by Lunkwitz. That's his second walk. We'll bring up Garrett Thornton. Thornton doubled in the first. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the second. Well up with the fastball, ball 1. Julian Hunt is warm and ready when need be. He was warming up in the third and then came to the dugout. Since they need to call on him, they can. That fastball on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grimm certainly a stolen base threat. 5 out of 6 on the season. He does go. Pitch is low, and there won't even be a throw. I believe that's 4 steals in the game for the Heat. Now a 2-1 count on Garrett Thornton with 1 down, bottom of the fourth. Fastball misses low again. 3 balls, 1 strike. Joe Rankin will bat next for Wellington. 6 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for Wellington. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error thus far for McPherson. Here comes the 3-1, swing and a miss. Lunkwitz on opening night went 4 innings. He's trying to do the same here in his second start of the season. And a payoff pitch to Garrett Thornton. It bounces off the plate, ball 4, and that'll advance Grimm to third. Back-to-back walks after Lunkwitz had gotten Parks the line out to third. And they're going to go visit the mound and talk with Trevor Lunkwitz. Rankin, who will be at the plate 1 for 2 with a double. And a big thank you to our sponsors this year, Edward Jones sponsoring the stadium this summer. So it's Edward Jones Stadium and Williams sponsoring the press box. The Williams press box this summer. We'd had Home State Bank and First Bank of Kansas for game sponsors this year, and we're still looking. Anybody wants to have your business acknowledged and be a game night sponsor, just contact anybody with the McPherson Pipeliners. Go online and you can find all the information there at McPhersonPipeliners.com. Or come out to the ballpark and talk to me if you need to. After the conference, Lunkwitz will pitch to Rankin. First, he'll throw her to first to check on Thornton. Thornton has stolen 4 on the season. And they've got him hung up between first and second. Arroyo throws back to Selko. They'll tag him out. No, they didn't. And he's still in the rundown. They're watching the runner at third to make sure he doesn't go to the plate. And they throw back to third, and they get him at third. What a throw that was from Arroyo, who was in that rundown. And you'll get Grimm for the second out of the inning. And Thornton ends up at second on the play. Well, what a wild rundown. I thought Selko got the tag, and he didn't. A heads-up play by Arroyo. And Rankin still awaiting his first pitch for this at-bat. Now there's 2 down with a runner at second. He checks his swing on a high fastball, ball 1. Lunkwitz trying to keep his team down just 3. Long ways to go, just in the bottom of the 4th. Ground ball right at the second baseman, Yukamoto. He fields it cleanly, easy toss over to first. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And we head on to the 5th, and the score remains Wellington 6, McPherson 3. This is Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
With Texas license plate, your lights are
New
on.
pitcher here in the top of the fifth, Matt Stallcup. A lefty will come in in replace of Dylan Grove, who went the first 4 innings. Grove gave up the 3 runs on 5 hits. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hit batsmen. And then leadoff batter will be Jake Selko. He takes well up and in, ball 1.
Leading off for the Pipeliners, first baseman Jake Selko.
And new pitcher again is Matt Stallcup. They bring in the lefty with Selko leading off. He fires a strike at the knees. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. In the inning for McPherson, it'll be Selko, Morgan, Lozano. It's 6-3 Wellington as we start the top of the 5th. When that one, which started out at the back of Selko, broke inside but didn't catch any of the plate, it's 2-1. Two one, misses low, 3 balls, 1 strike. Stallcup's 3-1. Outside corner called strike 2. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Outfield definitely playing Selko to pull the ball. There's a monster gap in left center. Payoff pitch jammed him. A little pop-up right side in foul territory will fall foul. Selko will get another swing at it. Again, a beautiful evening settling in here. The wind, what little there was, is died off. Temperature should fall back into the upper 70s. The second payoff pitch on the way to Jake Selko. Breaking pitch, low and in, ball 4. Stallcup walks Jake Selko to start the inning.
Now batting catcher, Matt Morgan.
Bring up Matt Morgan, the catcher. Morgan walked and scored a run in the 3rd inning. And Plunkett started at catcher, but he aggravated something. He got hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, so they went ahead and brought him out. Morgan fouled back and out of play for strike 1. In home of the Wellington Crusaders, their football field just directly to our north. Very nice sports facility. Our first trip to Wellington. Morgan, a swing and a miss for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. There's a low breaking pitch. My colleague Aaron West at Ad Astra Radio makes many trips here for Buhler and Wellington. The Battle of the Crusaders and the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail. 2-strike pitch in the dirt. Nicely blocked by Lederman, the catcher. Count on Matt Morgan, 1-2. Low once again, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Matt Morgan, the second catcher, he's out of South Carolina, Beaufort. 2-2, breaking pitch again in the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now, if you're thinking about starting Selko, he has stolen 3 this year. You don't think of Selko as a stolen base threat, but he's picked his moments nicely. He's got a decent lead. Now the payoff to Morgan. Ripped and right at the third baseman, then dropped. And it still could be a double play. Morgan hustling the first, and it will be a double play. Talk about bad luck. And he goes 5-4-3 on the double play. You would have been much better off had Williams not dropped that line drive. Selko wasn't that far from the bag. He could have gotten back. Now there are 2 down, bases empty for the right fielder, Ray Lozano. Fastball high, ball 1. Second double play hit into tonight for McPherson. And Wellington's also hit into a couple. As Lozano takes a high strike, about belt high. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. One Lozano fouls it right off the end of the bat. Strike 2. Lozano reaches, it would then be the DH, Gerardo Zavaleta. Pipeliners got all 3 of their runs in the 3rd inning. 3 in the first, 3 in the 3rd for Wellington. Breaking pitch, lined and stabbed. This time Williams makes the catch, robbing Lozano of a hit. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Score remains Wellington 6 and McPherson 3. This is Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106.
Trevor Lundquist will come back out for the Pipeliners here in the 5th inning. The 6-3 Wellington advantage, and coming up for the Heat will be Jason Bray, Cody Carpenter, Tristan Williams. As Lundquist is the sophomore out of Central Christian. He did not play this spring. Not sure if he may have redshirted this spring. He's at 70 pitches. We'll see how much longer he will continue. Now that looks like there's a different righty. We saw Julian Hunt earlier in the bullpen for McPherson. This looks like somebody different. Bray has a pair of RBI doubles and a stolen base, so he is 2 for 2, having quite an evening. So we'll see if Lundquist can get him retired for the first time on the evening. First pitch, low and in, ball 1. Nice crowd on hand here tonight at Hibbs Hooten Stadium. Reminds you a little bit of the old style ballparks, which I am a very big fan of. I love the way the stadium's designed. And he will not be retired. Will Bray, a sharp single in the left center field. He's 3 for 3. Again, the leadoff man aboard for Wellington, bringing up the right fielder, Cody Carpenter. Carpenter struck out in the first, had an RBI single and a run scored in the 3rd inning. That's the 9th Wellington hit. And we believe it's Roger Belorio that's now up and throwing in the bullpen for McPherson. Be a toss over to first. Again, Bray already has a stolen base, came in without one. And the first pitch to Carpenter, he showed bunt and takes strike one. The Pipeliners, we've seen them come from behind a couple of times this year. As recently, of course, as of yesterday, they were down 7-1 heading into the bottom of the 6th as the runner goes. Pitch was fouled back and out of play. It's a 2-strike count. Saw them earlier in the season. They were down 12-3 at one point. Ended up taking a 14-13 lead in that game before falling eventually in the 9th, 17-15. Certainly this team can overcome most deficits. The 2-strike to Carpenter. Misses up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I believe that was that crazy game on a windy afternoon to the curve. Yeah, that was a 17-15 game I was referring to. And that come from behind victory yesterday against Clearwater. In the count on the batter, Cody Carpenter 1-2 as Lundquist his second toss over to first. Ray out to a decent lead again. He goes again. 1-2 pitch is lined into right, and Yukamoto was covering again. All the way to third on the single goes Bray. That's the second time today with Yukamoto covering the Wellington Heat have placed one right where Yukamoto was.
Third baseman, Tristan Williams.
First and third, nobody down. Wellington trying to add to a 6-3 advantage. The batter will be Tristan Williams, who is 1 for 2 with a ground out to short and a single. Well, I tell you, this is a team running a lot tonight, is Wellington. And so far, it has not backfired on them. They've stolen third twice, and they've executed a hit and run twice where Yukamoto vacated to cover second. Another throw to first. Close play. Carpenter back safely. So Wellington, at least on one occasion, running, kept themselves out of a possible double play. The first pitch to Williams, pulled down the line, foul. Into foul territory in left field for strike one. That single by Carpenter, hit number 10 for Wellington. Actually, it'd be hit number 11 if I've got my score right. I continue to toss over to first. And also up in the bullpen for the Pipeliners, C.J. Cecil. I believe he's the lefty we saw earlier. Runner again goes. This one hit high and deep to left center field. Can anybody get to it? At the wall, right off the top of the wall. One run is in. Here comes a throw to the plate. Out at the plate. And on to third. On the play goes Tristan Williams with the RBI double to make it 7-3. that scored Bray, and then you get Carpenter at the plate for the first out of the inning.
Now batting catcher, Casey Liederman.
Now the batter will be Casey Liederman, the catcher, who's reached on an error and flown to right. So now a 7-3 Wellington advantage. Fastball, this one well hit to right center field. Lozano back. That's at the base of the wall. RBI double for Casey Liederman, making it 8-3 Wellington. Boy, the extra base hits just piling up. I believe that's 7 of them for Wellington. Bringing up Jaden Hageman. Go visit with Lunkwitz once again. Yes, that is 7 extra base hits out of the 13 for Wellington. They've got 6 doubles and a home run. And Trevor Lunkwitz, his evening will be concluded. He's going to get through 5 1/3. Or excuse me, 4 1/3. He gave up the 13 hits. He struck out 1, walked 3, hit 1. And the runner at second, Liederman, would be his responsibility. I believe we're going to see CJ Cecil for the first time this year. We'll get him entered into the scorebook, and won't have any numbers on him in his first appearance of the season. Lefty comes out of the bullpen. Cecil from Ottawa University, out of the KCAC. There's a couple of Sterling Warriors on the Heat roster. Also pitchers. Cecil, this last season, through 6 2/3 innings, he gave up 7 runs. He struck out 9, he walked 4, and he appeared in 8 games for the Ottawa Braves. He'll come in with his team down 8-3. In the bottom of the 5th inning, we got a runner at second, 1 away. You can join us tomorrow night as the Pipeliners back out on the road. They'll be in Augusta to take on the Kansas Cannons. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. And we'll have that both on YouTube with the audio and video stream, and of course all season long audio on the Ad Astra Sports Network. And then back at home Sunday for the Liberal BJs. 7:30 starts for Liberal both Sunday and Monday night. Take the day off and head west on Wednesday. A 4-game set against the Dodge City A's. I believe all those games scheduled for 7 o'clock. Kind of wish they'd play that one on Saturday, maybe like 4, so we could get home in a decent hour, but that is not the schedule. Because following that 4-game trip, you turn around and go to Valley Center on that Sunday. I guess I can sleep in the car on the way back from Dodge, so I'll be all right. So Cecil is warmed up, and he's ready to go. Hageman 0 for 2. He's grounded to third and grounded in, or lined into a 6-4 double play. Takes inside, ball 1. Cecil, a check of the runner at second, brings in the 1-0. There's a little blooper towards right. Lozano right there makes the catch Holding up at second is Lederman.
Now back for the Heat second baseman.
So 2 down, back to the top of the lineup, and Noah Barks. Singled and scored in the first. He was hit by a pitch in the second. Then he lined out to third in the fourth inning. He started off the game singled on the first pitch he saw. He's seen very few pitches. He's only seen 4 tonight. He takes high, ball 1. He singled on the first pitch in the first. He was hit by the first pitch of the second inning. Then that line out to third was on the second pitch he saw. Breaking pitch hit down the right field line. It was slicing, foul, and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. In a ways to go, but Pipeliners are going to have to be in comeback mode. They got this thing tied up in the third inning at 3. And in the bottom of the third, Wellington added 3, and they've added so far 2 more in this inning to lead at 8-3. Cecil a check of the runner again, the 1-1. Breaking pitch, grounded foul down third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If Barks reaches, it would then be Otto Grimm, the left fielder. And Cecil steps off. He and Morgan aren't getting together on the pitch they want to throw here. Cecil again, he's ready. Tries the outside corner and gets the call. Strike 3. A nice job in relief. C.J. Cecil able to leave the runner out at second. 2-run score in the inning on 4 hits. No errors and 1 left. So we head on to the 6th. It's now Wellington 8, McPherson 3, as this is Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106.
Top of the 6th inning, an 8-3 Wellington advantage. Due up for the Pipeliners. Going to be the bottom third of the lineup. Gerardo Zavaleta, Trey Yukamoto, and Josh Clyden. And the second pitcher in the game, Matt Stallcup. He pitched the 5th inning. So it's a battle of the lefties on the mound at this point. Zavaleta singled in the second, struck out in the third. Stallcup's first pitch is up and in, ball 1. Pipeliners stranded 6 in the first 3 innings. And stranded anybody in the last 2 as Zavaleta takes a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Bounced right behind the plate. It's 2-1. A 2-1 delivery from Stallcup. Pop back and out of play with a resounding thud on the overhang. Stallcup, more of a finesse pitcher. He will mix in a fastball, but likes the slider and the curveball. Swing and a miss. He's got his first strikeout and first out at the top of the 6th. That'll bring up Trey Yukamoto. Yukamoto has reached base twice. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd and reached on an error in the 3rd. And if my eyes don't deceive me, he's going to bat right-handed. I haven't seen him bat right-handed this year yet. This may be the first lefty he has faced. Swing and a miss by the switch hitter for strike 1. Another swing and a miss on a low and away fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, Stallcup faced the minimum in the 5th inning. He got a walk and then a double play. And Yukamoto swing and a miss. He's hustling down the first to force them to throw it quickly to record the 2nd strikeout of the inning. 2 up, 2 away to Josh Clyden. Clyden is grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. And he's also grounded to 3rd. Pitch misses low from Stallcup, ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch, also low, 2 balls, no strikes. And the Pipeliners down 8-3, bases empty, 2 away, top of the 6th. And again, low, ball 3 to Clyden. It's 3 balls, no strikes. Daniel Arroyo would be next. And taking all the way, Clyden takes strike 1. (3-1) popped up right side, foul territory. Is there going to be room? And no, it falls in in foul territory. Stayed in the park, but Rankin couldn't reach back and make the play. So Clyden will get to see another pitch with a full count offering coming up. Clyden also out of Central Christian College, Aaron McPherson. He played in 37 games for the Tigers. He started 30. Now the payoff pitch from Stallcup. Swing and a miss. And Stallcup strikes out the side here in the 6th. We head into the bottom of the 6th. It remains Wellington 8 and McPherson 3. This is Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra Radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106. Ad Astra Radio, your source for award-winning news, weather, and sports coverage. No one covers Central Kansas better. Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Listen to select Pipeliners games online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Leading off for the Heat will be the
Bottom of the sixth
outfielder,
inning, 8-3 Wellington. And coming up for the Wellington Heat, Otto Grimm, Garrett Thornton, Joe Rankin. So CJ Cecil on for his first full inning of work. He got the final 2 outs of the 5th. First pitch misses low to Grimm, ball 1. Grimm has walked twice and has a 2-run homer. His first look at Cecil, and he takes strike 1 on the outside corner. One pitch, low and away, 2 balls, 1 strike. And Cecil, the Ottawa Brave, making his first appearance. He misses inside. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 delivery, low ball 4. On Wellington has been doing a great job most of the evening getting the leadoff man aboard. Every inning except the 4th. Wellington has had the leadoff man aboard. And it brings up Garrett Thornton, the center fielder. Thornton 1 for 2 with a walk and a double. He's also grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Fastball right on the outside corner, strike 1. See if Cecil can keep Grimm close at first. Swing and a miss. Another good fastball. Kind of tailed away from the righty. It's 0-2 on Garrett Thornton. It'll be followed by Joe Rankin, then Jason Bray. A little blooper. It's going to tail foul down the right field line. Count remains 2 strikes. In a wonderful evening here in Wellington. No wind. Lights are on. Probably temperature down around the upper 70s. And the Heat with the 8-3 lead on the Pipeliners. In the 2-strike pitch. This one misses outside. Thornton has a 1-2 count. And Lunkwitz wins the first 4 1/3 for the Pipeliners tonight. Again, just off the outer part of the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lunkwitz allowed 8 runs on 13 hits. He hit 1, walked 3, struck out 1. Cecil misses outside on 3 straight. Now they count 3-2. Starter for Wellington, Dylan Grove, went 4, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, hit 2, walked 2, struck out 3. And here's the payoff to Thornton. Swing and a miss. Went back to that outside fastball.
Now back for the Heat first baseman.
Cecil has his second strikeout, first out of the bottom of the sixth. And I'll bring up Joe Rankin. Rankin is 1 for 3. He popped to first in the first inning, doubled in the third, grounded out to second to end up the fourth inning. And Cecil nearly uncorked a wild pitch. That was all Morgan can do to reach out and stab it. Was able to keep the runner Grimm at first base. Cecil's 1-0. Swing and a miss. I think that was the changeup. It dove and right at the last. Rankin swung right over top of it. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch grounded towards Selko at first. He'll step on the bag, throw to second. Then throw was low and they couldn't get the tag down. So it's going to be a fielder's choice, I believe, that would be ruled, and Grimm safe out at second. I'll bring up the DH, Jason Bray. A pair of RBI doubles and a single. A couple of runs scored. First pitch from Cecil, outside, ball 1. CJ Cecil, I believe, from what we have seen from the Pipeliners this year, only the second lefty out of the bullpen. We saw Jake Selko on opening night get the save. We haven't seen him pitch since then. Low fastball, swing and a miss by Bray. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. I think Selko is kind of going to be used in maybe save situations only. There's been such wild games involving the Pipeliners this year. There hadn't been one of those just clear-cut save situations very often. Now the 1-1 pitch. Foul back, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th, runner at second, 2 away. Wellington leading 8-3. Wellington's been on a streak of scoring every other inning. 3 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 in the 5th. All of McPherson's runs came in a 3-run third inning, where they momentarily had tied the game up. Cecil, a check of the runner. Now the 1-2 pitch. Hit high in the air to center. And that's where there's all sorts of room. And Clyden has no idea where it is. Lost it in the lights, so it's to the wall. This is going to be an inside the park home run. (10-3) Wellington. And as high as that was hit, you figure if Clyden sees it, he's going to catch that ball. But it'll go as an inside the park 2-run homer for Bray. That makes it a 10-3 Wellington game. Just hasn't, those types of breaks just have not gone the Pipeliners' way tonight. Every time Wellington has sent a runner has kept them out of a double play, or they hit right where a runner abandons the spot to cover a bag. Sometimes that's the way baseball falls on certain evenings. As Cody Carpenter is going to be your batter. He's got a pair of singles. He's 2 for 3. He's driven in 1. First pitch goes to the backstop, ball one. Cecil ready with the 1-0. Outside, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Now, Clyden, you could tell right off the bat, he lost that ball hit by Bray. Outside corner, Cecil makes the count on Cody Carpenter. 2 balls and 1 strike. Because he didn't move back at all. He lost it immediately and never did pick it back up. And a 2-1 to Carpenter, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I actually think, let me double check that. It's fouled out of play. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. It may have been recorded as an error. You can't actually charge an error on that play. Because Clyden, he just lost it. He didn't drop it. Wasn't anywhere near it. Inside with the 2-2. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. As I actually have just 1 error in the game for McPherson. Here's the payoff pitch, is low, ball 4 to Cody Carpenter.
Now by third baseman Tristan Williams.
2 down with Carpenter at first, and that'll bring up Tristan Williams. Williams also having a good day at the plate, 2 for 3 with a single and an RBI double. Cecil will toss over to first. Cecil so far has got a pair of strikeouts, pair of walks. And he came in relief of Lunkwitz in the 5th inning. Toss again over to first. Check in on Carpenter. No steals on the season. Cecil does come to the plate. Pitch fouled back and out of play. The count is 1 strike.
Don't forget to bring in 5 balls to the press box for a 50-cent piece.
So 2 runs in the inning for Wellington. They lead at 10-3. Bottom of the 6th inning. One strike pitch, low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cecil would be the 3rd pitcher that has warmed up on the evening. We saw Julian Hunt and Roger Valorio also throw a line drive into left center field and over the head of Eshelman. Back to the wall. And the run will score, making it 11-3. Second RBI double of the game for Tristan Williams.
Looks like the players are out selling 50-50 raffle tickets. 1 for 1, 10 for 5, and I'm staying for 20.
Carpenter got a great jump with 2 down on the base hit. Double by Williams, and that'll bring up Casey Lederman. Lederman has been on base twice. And now the home plate umpire over talking Coach Dawson. He's pointing out something down the right field line, and Selko jogs out there, and whatever it was, he put in his pocket. And Lederman, he reached on an error in the second, flew to right in the third, at an RBI double in the fifth inning. Fastball low and in, ball one. The Pipeliners, that was I believe the 15th Wellington hit. They have just been hitting the ball, and I believe that's 8 extra base hits. Popped up right side. Selko giving a look. It will get out of play. Count on Lederman. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 2 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. CJ Cecil, check of the runner at second. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball into center field is going to get all the way to the wall. And another double, an RBI double by Lederman. His second of the game, and that makes it 12-3. That scored Williams from second.
Now batting shortstop, Jaden Hageman.
Here comes Jaden Hageman, the shortstop. He is 0 for 3. And I think, yes, he is the only player in the starting lineup without a hit for Wellington. Breaking pitch from Cecil misses low, ball 1. He also is the 8th batter of the inning. One 0 pitch from Cecil. That caroms off of Morgan to the backstop and down to third. Goes Lederman. Count 2 balls and no strikes on Jaden Hageman. Cecil with the 2-0 pitch inside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. That Lederman double, that's now 10 extra base hits for the Heat. They pounded out 9 doubles and a home run. Cecil's 3-0, strike at the knees, 3 balls, 1 strike. And we'll have another pitcher, a different pitcher, beginning to warm up for the Pipeliners. Ground ball to Yukamoto. He's got it over to first. That does retire the side in the inning. 4 runs score on 3 hits. And there was 1 left. So we head on to the 7th. It's now Wellington 12, McPherson 3. You're listening to Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.
Top of the 7th inning. The Wellington Heat leading the McPherson Pipeliners 12-3. Top of the lineup coming up for McPherson. Daniel Arroyo, Aaron Eshelman, Tyler Brown.
Daniel Arroyo.
Arroyo is 0 for 3. He's popped to short, flown to left, and grounded to second. And the new pitcher on the mound for the Wellington Heat is Joe Slocum. He's pitched 1 inning on the season. And it was a scoreless, hitless inning. And he starts off with 2 pitches low to Daniel Arroyo. Arroyo gonna try to get something going here. McPherson has not scored since the 3rd inning where they got all 3 of their runs. Arroyo a chopper to third. Williams fires low to first, and it's an errant throw. Arroyo aboard on the air to start the inning.
Now batting left fielder, Aaron.
I'll bring up Aaron Eshelman.
Now pitcher for the Heat, number 9.
Eshelman 1 for 3. His one hit was a single, and he scored a run in the 3rd inning. First pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Toss over to first, keep a close eye on Daniel Arroyo. He does have 3 steals on the season. He has been caught once. The 0-1 to Eshelman. He hits this well to left. Backing up. Room out there for Grimm to make the catch for out number 1. One down for Tyler Brown and Arroyo at first. Brown looking for his first hit. He's been on base twice, was hit by a pitch in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning, and he struck out in the 4th. Slocum, a long check of the runner. First pitch to Brown. Slow roller towards third. And it's bobbled, and that'll be the 2nd error of the inning on the 3rd baseman, Williams. He knew he had to hurry. He wanted to go to second to get Arroyo and just didn't field it cleanly.
Jake Selko.
Now they'll bring to the plate Jake Selko, who was 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. He's also been aboard on a fielder's choice. He came around to score a run in that 3-run 3rd inning. Breaking pitch, Slocum misses low, ball 1. Well, we all remember what happened the last time in a game that the Pipeliners trailed 12-3. Came back to actually grab a 14-13 lead in that game. So there's a quick conference on the mound between Lederman and Slocum. Selko has a 1-0 count with Matt Morgan waiting in the on-deck circle. Pitch from Slocum. Strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at first and second. 1 away in the top of the 7th. 12-3 Wellington. Silko, high chopper towards second. Only play is going to be first. That gets both runners in the scoring position. Silko becomes the second out of the inning, bringing to the plate Matt Morgan. Morgan has been hit by a pitch. Actually, that was Plunkett, and then Morgan came in and walked in the third inning. He's also grounded into a double play. Inside fastball, swing and a miss. No balls in, one strike, second and third, two down. And Morgan get the runners around. Fastball inside corner, strike two. No balls, two strikes. Moves Ray Lozano to the on-deck circle. And will he get a chance in the inning? The two-strike pitch to Morgan, fouled straight back. In the pipeline, we mentioned all three of the runs in the third. 3 runs in the first and third innings for Wellington, 2 more in the fifth, 4 in the sixth. Again, the 0-2 to Morgan, low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pipeliners in search of their first hit since the third inning. They got their 3 runs on 5 hits. The 12 runs for Wellington have come on 16 hits. Morgan swing and a miss. They'll tag him out to record the strikeout. That will retire the side. We head to the 7th inning stretch. The Pipeliners, no runs, no hits, 2 errors, 2 left. It remains Wellington 12, McPherson 3. This is Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106.
Seventh inning stretch time here at Hibbs Hooten Stadium in Wellington. 12-3, the Heat leading the Pipeliners. Jordan Bolt is going to come on to pitch the bottom of the 7th for McPherson. So Cecil goes an inning and 2/3. He gave up 4 runs on 3 hits, walked 2, struck out 2. Coming up for Wellington, it's going to be the top of the lineup. Noah Barks, Otto Grimm, and Garrett Thornton. And the Pipeliners back out on the road tomorrow at Augusta, where the Kansas Cannons will be on the air right before 7.
Second baseman, Noah Barks.
Kansas Cannons and the McPherson Pipeliners. Barks is 1 for 3. He's been has a single and was hit by a pitch. Bolt's first pitch misses low, ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. And Bolt was the starting pitcher in that game at Valley Center. That was called in the 3rd inning after the long injury delay, and it ends up going down as a 9-0 forfeit. The 2-0 foul back and out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. So there would be no numbers from that game, as it turns out to be a forfeit. So Bolt does not show up in the stats until tonight. And Valley Center, their hitting stats in that game, which I'm sure they would like to have, they don't get. And Bolt way up and in. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. And that start against Valley Center, Jordan struggled a little bit with his control and started pitching behind batters, and that's when Valley Center just got on a roll and things snowballed in that game. 3-1, pounds him inside for strike 2. Bolt gets the sign he likes, and the payoff pitch to Barks. Lined into right field, is going to fall in for a base hit. It's the 17th Heat hit. That brings up Otto Grimm. He had a 2-run homer in the 1st inning, and he's batted 3 times since, and he's walked every time. 2 runs scored for Grimm. First pitch on the way, outside, ball 1. The Pipeliners have walked 5 batters and hit 1 on their combined pitching numbers. 1-0. Oh, either low or outside. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Like a pretty good pitch from Bolt. Bolt checks the runner at first. And the 2-0 to Grimm comes inside and catches the corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Heat leading 12-3, bottom of the 7th. Leadoff single for Noah Barks. He's at first. 2-1, breaking pitch, and Grimm able to hold up. He takes ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Could Grimm possibly walk 4 times in a row? Three 3-1 from Bolt. And a good backdoor slider for strike 2. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Decent lead at first for Noah Barks. Now the payoff to Grimm. Chop foul in the batter's box. And the Pipeliners, after the road game in Augusta tomorrow, they'll be back at home Sunday, Monday. 7:30 starts both nights for the Liberal BJs, one of the 3 new members coming out of the Jayhawk West. Liberal, Hayes, and Dodge. Second payoff, Grimm fouls it out of play left side. Liberal and Hayes will be coming to town. And again, we mentioned the 4 games set out in Dodge next week for the Pipeliners. Here's the third payoff pitch to Grimm. Got him with the curveball, swing and a miss. We're out number 1. Jordan Bolt has his first strikeout.
636. 261. 636.
That'll bring up Garrett Thornton.
Center fielder Garrett Thornton.
Thornton 2 for 4 with, 1 for 3 with a double and a walk. Fastball low and in, ball 1. Bolt gave up the leadoff single to Barks, and he just got Grimm on strikes. Bolt taking a little time behind the mound. Now the 1-0. Breaking pitch outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Bolt has gone to a full count on the first 2 batters he's faced, Barks and Grimm. And he falls behind Thornton 2-0. 2-0 pitch, fastball on the outside corner makes it 2-1. Following Thornton will be Joe Rankin. And the Pipeliners trail 12-3, bottom of the 7th. 2-1, swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And beautiful night under the lights here in Wellington. Bolt 2-2, breaking pitches outside. So 3 straight batters, the count goes full on. Certainly a way to elevate your pitch count quickly. There's a payoff to Thornton, up and away, ball 4. Puts runners at first and second for Joe Rankin.
Joe Rankin.
Rankin 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. Bullpen's currently quiet on both sides. Bolt comes to the plate and it bounces and it gets by Morgan. Both runners move up. Want to know the count to Rankin. Morgan and Bolt will talk things over. And Rankin has also fouled out to first, grounded to second, and grounded into a fielder's choice. The Pipeliner has pulled the infield in. 1-0 is high. 2 balls, no strikes to Joe Rankin. Bolt has the signee once, then the 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Following Rankin will be the DH, Jason Bray. Right now is a triple shy of the cycle. And he's going to get a chance. Up and in, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Rankin.
Now back for the Heat.
The second walk in the inning issued by Jordan Bolt. We'll bring up Bray. RBI doubles in the first and third innings. He singled and scored in the 5th. And had that inside the park home run in the 6th inning. Hit it high and deep to center into the lights, and Josh Clyde never saw it. He was frozen out there in center. He lost it right off the bat. First pitch to Bray, breaking pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. The Pipeliners back at double play depth with the bases loaded, 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. It's 12-3 Wellington. Oh, 1 outside, blocked by Morgan. 1 ball, 1 strike. In 3 in the first and third innings for Wellington. Got 2 in the 5th and 4 in the 6th. All 3 Pipeliner runs came in the 3-run third inning. The 1-1 pitch bounces just across the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Morgan, he has been busy here with the last couple of batters trying to keep balls in front of him. And the 2-1 pitch, outside corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jason Bray. Cody Carpenter in the on-deck circle. Oh, the big head nod. He got the sign he wanted. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. That'll be the second out of the inning.
Now batting right.
Second strikeout in the inning for Jordan Bolt. Bringing up Cody Carpenter. Carpenter 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a walk. He's driven in 1. He's scored twice. And first pitch on the way. Breaking pitch misses outside, ball 1. Pipeliners have actually been held hitless since the 3rd inning. They have 3 runs on 5 hits, 12 runs, 17 hits for Wellington. Fastball low, 2 balls, no strikes. Got 1 McPherson error. And there are 5 Wellington errors. Bolt brings in the 2-0 pitch. Fastball, belt high, strike 1. And we mentioned the bullpens both silent. Each team on their 3rd pitcher Bolt comes in, misses well outside with a 2-1 fastball to the backstop. And a run comes home to score, and I believe that's the run rule. So the Wellington Heat win on the wild pitch here in the 7th. 1 run scores on 1 hit, no errors. And Wellington wins this one 13-3 as the Heat get the 13 runs on 17 hits. The Pipeliners, the 3 runs on 5 hits. So Wellington improves overall to 6-2, and the McPherson Pipeliners fall to 4-3. So we'll take our end of the game timeout. We will come back with your final numbers. We'll also pick a player of the game as you are listening to Pipeliner Baseball on the Ad Astra Sports Network.
Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Locally owned and proud to call Central Kansas home, Ad Astra Radio is your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. Kicks Country 106 is McPherson's country station and your source for local news, weather, and sports content. Join Aaron West afternoons on The Drive for your chance to win concert tickets and more. Streaming on the Ad Astra Radio app, today's best country, Kicks Country 106. Ad Astra Radio, your source for award-winning news, weather, and sports coverage. No one covers Central Kansas better. Ad Astra Radio is a proud supporter of the McPherson Pipeliners. Listen to select Pipeliners games online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app.